I need to get a drink.
Have we got the Nanu commentating?
Yeah, I think I know Matthew and the Jeep probably better than.
We got the Matthew and the Jeep. Matthew and the Jeep. All right, here we go. We got the Jeep thing as Pikachu. I think. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Matthew.
So right now we have loser semifinals between TM06 and Xerith. Frankly, pardon?
Loser semi.
Loser semifinals.
Finals?
No, I think we just saw winners finals.
Yeah.
So Pies is sitting in losers finals, ready to play the winner of this game.
Alright.
This game, though, I have to say, these two competitors
Maybe.
have often met in grand finals
Yeah.
or winners finals or somewhere else top
Yeah.
3.
Two of the top players in the UTSmash.
Yes. As I say, part of the big 3 or big 4 that we have going on. Most of them we just saw probably the 4th there, GDK falling to Xerith in a losers quarterfinal, and we saw TM06, formerly known as XX Hero God XX, and any number of other names, taking a super close set against UTSC's Bacon, which honestly was probably the most hype set we've seen all day. Let's be real.
Yo, I think the most hype set was like your set.
Okay. The most hype two-way set, like the most competitive.
So alright, so we got the first stock cleaned up by TM06 from that meaty ass match. Let's see, let's get the momentum in. We got the combos.
Pico, low percent combos, pulling him away a little bit. And even at percents like this, TM06 could already start looking for some edge guard setups.
Yeah, right now Matthew have not abandoned Inkling just like now. He gets a roller in and gets up.
And this game is one hit away from being the end. Because on PS2 especially, if Xerith ends up getting a grab underneath one of those platforms...
Oh, he's going deep for that.
See, I know TM06 and I have very different styles of Pikachu. That was definitely an instance where I would have tried to bait out a Thunder or a Thunder hit, because you know that the Inkling is going to have to recover horizontally at some point. They're in the blast zone, they can't go up or down at all, and Thunder just creates this massive wall of death in front of them.
It does, and like Inkling always wants to recover low too.
Exactly. There is that the hitbox when you land on stage, but frankly, it's so punishable, so easily punishable.
Remember when you used to play Inkling?
Hey, good old days.
Yeah, he dropped that for PT now, and now he dropped PT for Pikachu.
Yeah, I think he was mentioning that he wants to play solo Pika, or I think some combination of Pika, Robin, and Hero. You know, he's really been enjoying Hero, but clearly, when going gets tough, he's going to Pika now, as we can see right now.
I think he just went go steal for the balls.
I can definitely see it. Frankly though, his Robin is...
His Robin is like
possibly
really
the best in Ontario. Like, I know we say best in Ontario a lot. A big part of that is the fact there are so many characters in this game. Often there isn't really.
Oh, he gets a spike!
Insane number!
This man, JV2.
And those are the kind of stocks that you always look for as Pika, and where Pika can struggle if you don't find them.
Yeah.
But if you do, you just accumulate such a massive lead. Because Pika can run away so effectively. Thunder Jolt camp.
Possibly the best character in the game, Pika.
Yeah, I have my own thoughts about that. I think in a perfect world where the Pika player is perfect in every way, I think it's true. But realism has to apply at some point. And time again, we just see Pika players falling outside of top 8s.
Yeah, if like,
losing to matchups that look bad, but because Pika's the best character, should not be.
Yeah, if everyone played perfectly, then Shock is the best.
Even then, I mean, Parry is a really effective tool against Shulk, so maybe not even then. We've seen borderline perfect Shulk play from players like Kome in Japan, and even then, I think Kome lost to Brood's Piranha Plant.
Yeah, we got.
Umebura 4.
It was quite surprising. Quite underrated.
Yeah, I think the highlight video from Umebura 4 was literally titled Japan, or like tier lists don't apply in Japan.
Oh, he gets it all. He kills that early stock from 80.
Beautiful, beautiful roller.
And this is a good lead for Xerith too. Only taking 21% from his second stock.
Really, Roller God X coming through again. Xerith, formerly Roller God X, of course.
Formerly Roller God X.
And this is just such a difficult situation to come back from. Because Pika does have some early offstage jank, but on PS2 especially, there's so much room for Matthew to just choose to not play the offstage
Yeah,
game.
didn't they play PS2 last game as well?
They did.
Oh, he gets a second roller. Oh,
Okay.
that's no punch there.
G with some quality mashing right out there.
I can never mash out of that when I get there.
Yeah. Most of the time I just pray for a weak hit.
Back there would do it.
Yeah. But here, I feel like from this point out it could be a very even game in terms of neutral exchanges. But
There's another roller.
looks like a second stock and a 2-stock lead off of these early roller kills.
And we were last game where TM06 had to get to start off, and now we have a going up to Xerith.
Yep.
Very easy, even players right now on screen.
And that's actually a big part of the reason why I'm personally not a fan of Pokemon Stadium, because the person who takes the first stock, it feels like has such a massive statistical advantage in taking the second and third. If you take the first stock, your opponent can run away from you and camp you so effectively.
Yeah.
Because there's so much stage to work with.
Yeah, PS2 one of the biggest stages on Ultimate. Like having power speed number 1. That was that F-Smash was a big call by TM06. So speaking of stages, we have Kalos being the biggest one in this match. So,
Yes.
oh, there's a roller. No, he doesn't get the punch though.
Well, I think that F-Smash, as good as it was maybe just too little too late.
Yeah, I think Matthew had this game. Almost.
Oh,
that was
very smart going for the double angle there. A single angle
Yeah, that's gonna be a
may
stop.
have killed him. But still, 3 beautiful roller kills. And Xerith brings it to 1-1.
One thing I'm quite disappointed in Smash is like the limited number of stage picks that there is. I feel like there should be more stages. Like I think Valak is actually a good stage now because he fixed that.
Yeah.
Fountain of Dreams, they fixed the lag also.
Somebody was mentioning earlier that the issue with Phantom of Dreams now is that 2 frames work differently on Phantom of Dreams than they do on any other stage in the game. It's actually an issue we saw with stages like Dreamland 64 and Smash 4, where certain unique properties of the stage made you unable to jab lock in certain directions.
Really? I need to map that out.
So a lot of the time, it's not that a stage isn't legal or is like immediately ban-worthy, but it's just we have a fairly lengthy stage list already.
Yeah,
And
but
some of those nagging little details about stages can be the difference between a starter and banned.
yeah, but one thing is I must agree upon is that there's way too many big stages in Ultimate. And not a lot of small stages. There's only Smash Bros. That's it.
And I can only imagine how small most stages feel when you're playing Ridley all the time. When your character is that much bigger compared to the stage. I mean, Smash Bros. Must feel like a closet.
Yeah. Like, Valak should be a legal stage.
I mean, Kalos seems to be working out for TM06 quite well now. Really doing well with the extra space this stock.
This is a really tanky stage.
Yeah, it really just works so well for a Thunder Jolt camp heavy style of Pika. And frankly, it doesn't really change Xerith's gameplay that much, other than he has to run that much farther to get away from.
Oh,
Nice tech, but unfortunate ensnare dodge back to the stage. It's gonna steal that stock.
Like, he needs to tech one more point and come with it or something. That's a stop. Yeah. Wait, it's not. Yo.
Beautiful PI.
Yo, okay. Okay, it's gonna take it, but.
And side B just a little bit too high.
Yeah, on any other stage, that would be bad. Alright, nice combo. Doesn't even extend it though.
And already, game is dead even. Frankly, probably in Xerith's favor a little bit with momentum and an inked up Pikachu. His next hit is going to do more than TM06's is.
You speeding club.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Looking, it's going away. Beautiful back there. And one thing it's a strength that we haven't seen, I don't think TM06 has hit many lightning loops so far this game. And it's really been interesting to see how he actually has to play those early percents against Inkling. So it's like really in your face, Inkling wants to bear jab you, or bear grab you.
A lot of this game was more wall neutral than combos.
Yeah. I feel like if one player really starts focusing more on even just slightly better punishes, that we could really see a runaway set in that game forward. At this point though, I think main things Pika wants to be looking for are drag down nair confirms. Nair up smash and nair down smash at the ledge will absolutely kill this percent. And so smart from TM06 and unfortunate from Xerith. I think if I can just read into their trains of thought a little bit, TM06 lost his first stock to side being too high, and he knew the second time that he'd have to side be much lower to avoid the same setup. Matthew Xerith, knowing that he was going to go lower, really just tried to read that low recovery with the dare and ended up dying for it. And Callus' bottom blast him.
So he did. Actually got the dare off, right?
I don't think he got the dare because it wasn't TM06 that died. It was Xerith that died from that kill that sharp.
Alright, so hopefully his last stock is very even game right now. Yeah, a long lead out there.
If anything, I would say in Xerith's favor right now, but really you can never count Pikachu out. So many borderline janky early kills, even like a Thunder right now, would have taken the stock.
Yeah, it would have taken the stock if they hit TM06 with Pika.
Again, dead even before. Up through up air still confirming though.
One of the more easier confirms to get in the game.
Very easy confirm to get, but very hard confirm to kill with. As far as I know, there's only about a 5% range where the two will actually link and it will kill. So I know a lot of Inkling mains, probably some in this room.
Yo, that's gonna be a stock.
The roller. But Matthew not needing his spreadsheet of percents, and he can just land rolls as consistently as that.
Yeah. He knows when to punish with that roller. He gets it. He gets it every single time again.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single time where a roller was shielded or spot dodge.
I think one in the very last stock there, and then you punished it with a nair out of shield. But in the grand scheme of things, the risk reward, if the nair is the punish that you're going to get, you either take the stock or you take 9% off of a Pika nair. So if I were Matthew, I would just keep going for it. If it's working,
like, you can't really stand it because they'll just be punish with something hard. We got Pikachu lead, level 1 TM06.
oh my.
And I thought we got
Yeah, so if we were playing Pokken Tournament, Najib would have just switched characters. But because we're playing Smash Ultimate, unfortunately this is the same character. Let it be known, Pikachu Libre, best character in Pokken. Anyone still plays that game?
I haven't played it. It's like Tekken, right?
Well, are you gonna see some fighting moves? Or this
Bro, I was sorry, they had a Pokken tournament, 32 people.
Oh my god.
36 people. They put every game on stream best of 5. Every game.
How do they have time?
Bro, I should not take them.
That's so much dedication.
I know. Their community is so good. There's like parents there supporting their kids and stuff.
I love that.
Grand finals literally had a whole crowd.
Oh my god.
No, that is so wholesome.
I want to go start playing Pokken.
Honestly.
I know if a lot of people have Pokemon on the Switch though. Because it's
I don't have Pokken Deluxe.
Yeah, it's a full Pokemon community.
I can't imagine it's still an $80 title though. So who knows? Maybe. But back into the game 4, with Najib taking a much better lead than he has in previous ones. Game 2, we saw that dominating lead from Xerith coming out early. But in this game, Najib really just keeping Matthew at the ledge.
Yeah, he's not letting Xerith get back on stage. It's up to him.
Echo, not going to kill, but frankly, edge guard scenarios as Pika can often be just as good as Kobe is.
And back it, still not going to kill, but Xerith's in a bad position right now. Okay.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more setups from TM06 attempting to catch the Inkling FP itself. But he seems to be very content with threatening him off stage and returning just to try to get a ledge option lead.
We got 2 loops there.
And that's not to ignore the beautiful up throw that we just saw. Actually killing with fairly good knockback growth, but just terrible base knockback. So we'll probably start killing in the 160 plus range.
Was that a raw F smash?
Raw F smash, just dash back F smash.
Yeah, that was a really nice read on that roll.
Absolutely.
So that's going to even out the game.
And over, you see Najib taking early leads, and then an F smash or a roller, and then a few jabs or 8% combos, and suddenly we're in this position. There's a 40% difference in the same stock. And something that we were talking about earlier in the Xerith DDK stuff was that you never want to let Xerith go to a game 5 because he downloads people so hard. We saw him reverse 3-0 DDK.
Saw that spike?
Nutty dare.
Yeah.
Nutty dare.
Usually a back hit would be more safer option, but that was the ballsy. Big confirm right there.
Everything I was just saying about
he gets another
Xerith being fantastic at adapting. I was gonna say maybe we're seeing falter a little bit, but again, early roller and a 23% jab, and suddenly we're in an even game again.
I know this Najib is on his tournament stock right now.
Goodness, I didn't even think of the consequences of this game. So, oh my goodness, you could see the roller just come out there, and she just grabbed him out of it. I like to think of like the most pressing threats to kill in any matchup, and I think especially against Xerith, the #1 threat here is a tech read roller. He's so good at those weak knockdowns, and then baiting you into any option that will get rolled, and you just die. Terrifying angle on quick attack from TM06.
If it did that,
Gorgeous thunder.
That's what he needs to bring his back.
Exactly that, and that's the kind of statement that you need going into a game 5.
Yes.
And you say, no, I'm not just going to go out, it's not going to be a 3-1. I'm going to hit the first thunder of my tournament life, probably knowing him.
On the last guy.
Yes. Somebody call up TDK. It's actually on stream.
Yeah.
TM06 has actually hit a thunder.
Yeah, that's first time I think that's gotta be a morale boost right there.
It really does.
Like a back hit to another stock or a fair to another stock, it's not going to be the same like this. So he's going to get momentum.
Exactly, it's a statement. So honestly, I don't want to make any assumptions about this game 5 because I think it could go either way. We're back on Matthew's counter pick.
Yep. So like after that last game, I think Najib's morale is very much boosted right now. So he's feeling good about this. Both players are having fun.
We get one more game. Pika Inkling going into our game 5. And it is both players' tournament lives on the line here.
Yeah. One is going to buff out back hit right now. Going to take 4th place, correct?
Yes. This is the loser of this game gets 4th, and the winner gets to play UTSC Pies. Conveniently sitting right behind us. Standing, while sitting, getting in his steps. In losers finals. So, quick recap on the past 4 games on this set. I believe the first games 1 and 3 were taken by Xerith.
Yeah, game 2 and 4.
And game 2 and 4 taken by TM06. So, following that pattern, TM06 has been able to win on his own counter pick, but frankly, I'm kind of doubtful of this game. Pika's 2 worst stages are the Triplats, Battlefield and Yoshi's Island Melee, or Yoshi's Story Melee rather. Just because Thunder Jolt kind of stops being an option. You have to thread it through the platforms, and a lot of your confirms stop working, most notably Lightning Moves. So it's strange to me that these stages weren't banned, but because they weren't, I can only imagine there was something that TM06 was worried about even more.
He reads that level last time.
Raw F Smash?
Yeah.
But the super weak hit of it.
Yeah, super weak. that was Pikachu, that's gonna kill.
Bathrow setting up. You want to see him go low off stage, even with the back air there.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful back air.
Misstep situation, but frankly, Pikachu back air is so difficult to know when the last hit is coming and when you need to attack that.
Yeah, and that, oh, that's gonna be sad.
Just run up, I smash, no sparks, no nothing, don't need him.
Yep.
Inkling gets the job done.
Yeah, this is gonna be a very close match. Both players 2 stocks, very low percent.
We are playing basically Smash 4 here. We're playing 2 stocks, 6 minutes. And honestly, there's a reason that 2 stock isn't played in this game, because it's stressful.
How many percent was that from jab?
And full ink, more than that.
Yo, that was 30% from jab right there.
Oh my goodness. Thank goodness Xerith didn't tech in that scenario, because he would have died to a roller. Second upper right now, we'll take the stock. But
like, that's one reason why you don't want to tech in that situation.
Xerith just respecting that roller maybe just a little bit too much, opting to roll out of its way instead of punishing and attacking.
Very scary moment for Xerith right now. One roller is going to score right there.
Really, but he's also starting to realize just the extent to which Xerith is fishing for the roller and fishing for these raw smashes. Because at the end of the day, Inkling's kill options outside of those 2 are not stellar.
Inkling, like us said before, that Inkling does not have a lot of kill options. Back here is like off stage is probably the only one that's consistent.
Oh my goodness. Matthew baiting out the thunder, but not really getting the punish on him. But even now, that like Marthritis situation that we're talking about is really coming to light because
you got the edge guard from TM06.
Yeah, TM06 has been at this percent basically this whole stock, and he takes the stock first.
That was a really nice ledge trap from him.
Oh my goodness.
I think that would catch 4 as well.
Falling out of up air 2 definitely would have killed at that percent. And unfortunately, no lightning loops. So much of the stage is platform that for a second there, I was expecting a thunder. I was thinking maybe the second
stock.
But we're getting a last stock situation.
Every single stock that Xerith has taken so far was from a roller, I think.
Yep. I think, and across the set, it's been rollers and F smashes the whole way through.
Rollers, up smashes, F smashes.
Yep. And back to almost identical percent. Both players playing so scared and neutral. It's playing, I say, so unlike themselves. Matthew going for random F smashes at 50% that aren't going to kill. Early roller, super confident, just grabs out of it. He knows if he misses that, he's going to get hit with another roller hit. But he just knew it was going to work and he went for it.
Yeah, right now, like, TM06 has more percentage right now, so you gotta be careful of that. That's going to be an edge guard situation right now. He almost gets
down smash.
Does Pikachu's down smash 2-frame?
It does, but only the last hit of it for some reason. Oh my goodness, roller punished with a nair, so nothing that's going to kill, but any kind of edge guard here, or pretty much any setup from either of these characters, is going to kill. But dash shield not getting punished.
The patience from TM06. Oh, is that?
No!
No way! That was the most unfortunate way to end things off. Oh. The uppy taking the stock from
not killing, and TM06 not reacting with a side B.
Yeah, that's
so unfortunate.
That's unfortunate last stock.
Super hype set though, and super close set, and
really
great to see such a close set coming out from TM06's basically new main. I'd say 1 or 2 weeks on it at this point on the Pika. So I can
just want to say Inkling's kind of busted. Jab shouldn't do that much percent. Character looks ugly as raccoon eye. Oh my god, esports. Character looks really stupid, ugly as frick. Raccoon eyes.
Yo, what do you feel about Roller?
So
I just want to say that Najee's been playing my Inkling since like November. He's had the download on him for so long and he still can't beat me.
I just want to say that his set record against my Pokemon trainer is actual garbage.
I just want to say that I've never played his Pikachu ever with Inkling.
Can I just?
And then he still got taken to game 5.
So, Najib, you could have lived with side B. Is all I'm gonna say.
I've heard that from you before.
Next time.